Hi, I'm Frances Callier.
And I'm Angela V. Shelton.
We are Frangela, and welcome to
Idiots of the week. Hey. I don't know what brought that out. It just as naturally, it just came out of me. I just thank you for joining us here for what I think will be a surprising idiot of the week.
You know what, Angela? The stupid
What?
waits for no one, and let's
That's right. They
dig
don't
into
rest. They
it.
don't take breaks. They don't. Mm-mm. They are on it. This first stupid person comes to us from the amazing Laura F. Um, I'm gonna read her email. This is fabulous. Frangela, as frequent travelers, I'm sure you know the unspoken rule of exiting the aircraft after a flight. Once you move into the aisle, grab your bag from the overhead and move toward the front of the plane quickly, if possible. This woman should have waited for her daughter after leaving the plane. Her daughter would be right behind her! Exclamation point. Laura F. Laura, we salute you.
We salute you. Also, I have to, before we get into this story, I have to say that Angela and I both, in different points of our professional careers, and Angela even more so in her personal life as well, are frequent travelers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I started at Second City in the touring company in the 90s, where they would fly you with three people on the plane. Okay.
Yeah, remember when planes used to be half empty sometimes?
And half of my touring company would be laid out, stretched out
Yes.
in seats and sleeping all the way to California
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, that
90s.
yeah, doesn't
Okay.
happen now.
You never even had anybody in the middle seat
Nope.
once upon a time. Then we started with a lot of puddle jumper, right?
Hmm.
Flights.
Yeah, when you're
And
going in and around smaller places in the country, you will be on those little puddle jumper planes
you'll be
where
on
the overheads don't aren't the same size. We're so like I mean we just know all of like what I know what row to put Francis in or not based on the
yes.
airline and the
Yes.
route. I'll
Yes.
be like, no, you don't want that seat because it's a bulkhead and you won't be able to lay on the
How she know how I need to sleep and rest. Okay.
like you won't like that.
I won't like it. And then I'll be unhappy when I get there.
No.
So
No.
when I
So and
say
you understand that not everybody has that level
of experience,
of
and
exactly.
that's just us in the 90s. What then we ain't talking about touring for colleges for
Yes.
years,
Yes.
driving from town to town, and
Mhm.
touring and flying from little town to little town. And then with
Mhm.
Stephanie Miller and Sexy Liberal, we've toured all over the country.
Yeah.
So I feel like if and we've flown everybody a lot.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I feel like if anybody can talk about flying the flights, it's us.
Yes. We get to talk about it. So, mom ignites chaos on plane as she refuses to let passengers disembark while waiting for her daughter. I may have to recuse myself because Francis and I can see the little sparkle in your mischievous eyes that I am a regulator on the plane.
She
Okay.
is. She really
So
is.
when people try to do stuff that's not appropriate, like you ever have people, it's one thing when they say, look, there are a lot of people who have a really close connection. Could you not get up
Right.
if you don't have a connection?
Respect
Or a
that.
close respect that. And most I unfortunately I don't think a lot of people do,
A lot of
but
people
there are
don't.
those of us out here who absolutely do. But outside of that, and if you are that person, you're supposed to say it. If you're trying to push through when the second the plane lands and you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
push through ahead instead of waiting for each line, each row to file out, which is the appropriate way to do it, that then you just do that. You go, please let me
Mm-hmm.
through. I'm so sorry. My plane, I'm gonna miss my plane. And I get that. But what this woman did, when I tell you, this is an area where you will see me be like, Everybody who's here right now, if you agree and want to get off this plane, I need you to turn around and remember that you could not see or hear anything. I'm going to take care of this problem. But if somebody later asks you about what happened, you're going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see or hear anything.
Right.
And I will move her. Because this would drive me absolutely batty.
Well, a passenger triggered chaos. They say chaos on a plane when she blocked the aisle and refused to move while others were trying to disembark. So, what it feels like, this is what it, okay,
This
we'll,
is
we'll keep
Frontier.
going. There's
This is
footage. There's footage
I didn't
of
even
a
get the footage.
crowd of people waiting to leave. And okay, first of all, this is Frontier. You don't
Frontier.
challenge people on a Frontier airline.
Frontier is the frontier. Do you see what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying. You don't
Like it's
challenge them.
this they are the most appropriately named.
Okay.
When if I hear brawl, and brawl slash melee is going to be a theme today, just to
Yes,
warn
it
you.
is. It is. It
It's going to be a
is.
theme. Like for me, I can't.
Well,
Frontier.
all I see is log cabins. And when I think about log cabins, I think about 2x4s. And when I think about 2x4s, I think about people getting hit. Um,
Wow. Okay, that was not the word association that I would have picked.
that's all right. But I got there.
Two by
And
fours, people getting hit. Is that because of my mama?
I think it is. It's your mommy's story.
Oh,
It's her fault.
my mother had to hit somebody in the face with 2x4.
Hey.
It's years ago when she was in high school or younger, a little younger than that. It's. We'll
It
talk
happened.
about it later.
It happened. Okay,
Hey, these
listen.
things happen.
Okay, this is after landing in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay.
Like Frontier to Baltimore.
You're not acknowledging your where, your location.
Where did this take off from? That's what I want to know because that would make it even.
As she refused to budge, fuming passengers ganged up on her and demanded she get out of the way.
But she just screamed at other passengers to let her daughter, who she claimed was seated several rows behind her, cut through the narrow aisle to catch up to her. Now, I want to just point out, she claimed that her daughter, because understand that her daughter is not making herself known.
No.
In this situation.
Also,
her daughter, it did not like go, oh, that's my mom. Excuse me. If she's on display, she's hiding. And
also,
I don't know that woman.
Is this a child? Is this a small child?
No. I didn't get that feeling at all.
Yeah. The woman was heard screaming at the other passengers. In a clip, passengers are seen grouped behind the woman about halfway down the plane, with the video panning to reveal that the travelers ahead of them had already made it off the aircraft. What is wrong with you? One fed up passenger asked the instigator. I would hate to be your daughter and have to go home with you. No wonder she's back there.
Back there. Okay, back there. It's so back there. It's so just, it's evocative, right? But this is why I don't, you know how I always feel more myself when I have the good fortune to be in first class. It's like,
don't we all?
You ever feel like you're totally home? Especially, let's say, on an international flight.
But here's the deal.
I'm like, oh, this is my safe space.
My issue is if this is a small, a younger kid or a younger person that you feel responsible for, and that
that's
you weren't
different.
able to secure both of your seats together.
Well,
you know, when I flew, for example, when my mom had cancer, I had to move her from Florida to Chicago, and from Chicago to Los Angeles. And I am one of those people who wants to get off the plane, right? But when you have an issue, a situation, a physical ailment,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have what's called patience. Patience for somebody to come and help you out down the aisle.
Yes.
Patience for the opening in space, the availability of space for you to be able to operate comfortably and get the things done that you need to have done. I'm a guest on that plane just like the other 300 people. My mother, even though my mother may have had cancer,
Yes.
that doesn't make my situation and my getting off that plane more important
Mm-hmm.
than anybody else's situation.
But this is my problem with even with the meager few non-impressive laws we have surrounding differently abled people. I don't know why we allowed this industry, the entire industry, to have planes that cannot accommodate a wheelchair going down them.
I know.
So that if you aren't able to get out of that wheelchair in some kind of fashion and get onto the airport wheelchair, which is very narrow and also can't go all the way down, like it's why that is okay, as if the physical reality that says you couldn't orient the plane so that everybody could be on it, like that, it really it's always bothers me. But it because the way that it is set up, those people do end up, if they can, you can get on earlier per se, not easier but earlier. But that is another part of why it's just so wrong. The way
Right.
this group
But that's
population gets
but
ignored.
that's the structure of the
That's, but we
system.
know that's what it is, and so you have to wait. This
Right.
person was in no way differently abled or disabled, as she, and for as far as I know, because it doesn't say here, that we are not talking about a child,
Right.
who everybody be like, but why did this even happen? And then I go back to what airline we're on,
We're on
Frontier, because
Frontier.
let me tell you, they could find a way to get you with your child on Delta
Yes,
or
they are.
American or
Yes.
United. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And
On
that
Spirit, you have to fight to the death, Ukrainian rules, but
no,
there's
you may
no
have to fight your
Russian rules.
child for the seat.
Yes, that's
Okay?
right. It's more of a Hunger Games situation.
Right.
But only
Yes.
they have to be at least 13, and then they make them fight for airplane peanuts. So,
I love
but
that the
yeah,
woman
I would
fired back,
never put
telling
up
the
with this.
passengers they need, oh, you better be careful, and not to say SH, you know what, T to her. That's what I said. That person's black.
Oh,
Because
I
that's a
I don't
black
know. See,
saying
this is the
for
problem.
me.
Yeah, but this is the problem. Is this
It's Baltimore.
they could be.
They could
They
be.
could be. I don't have enough information to
She could be a
wait to
white
be
Jenny
honest.
too. I don't know.
Right, and I
But
don't think that that's that culturally nichey
oh,
as you
I do.
like. I hear it all because
Really?
that is the people's fight language, is
Oh, girl.
what they call, see. So yeah, I this is the thing. Why is it that people, if you're that person,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Oh, that's a good. Oh, I love this.
I'm like, what? When you turn around and literally everyone on the plane is upset with you and is asking you, needs you to move, and you refuse to do it.
Because her ego says that she's in the right. It's telling her brain. She making juice that is telling her brain that it's correct.
It's so interesting to me because I guess I'm too goal oriented in a way. I maybe there's another way to describe this, but I'm like, this is not productive. This is not getting me the thing I want. The thing I want, if it indeed is to be reunited with my daughter, it can't happen this way because there are physical objects in the way of her physically moving her physicality to mine. So those things
What
have
are
to get out
people
of the way, and they
supposed
can't
to
get out of
do?
the way if I'm blocking them.
Right.
They can't
And
get
what
out
are
of her
people
way.
supposed to do? Are they supposed to apparate
Right.
and
That's
dissolve?
my point. There's something, I'm like, this is a story where I go, is there alcohol involved? How long was this flight? Was she in Comfort Plus? Does Frontier have a Comfort Plus? Like, I don't know. But I need more information because to me, this feels drunk or Is this the
Also,
first flight you've ever been on? Like,
that's what it feels. It feels like you don't understand standard operating procedures
or
in
physics
this.
or basic object permanence. You don't have the skills that infants develop. Okay?
Oh,
Because physically, these people's attitude is not what your problem is.
no, 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 no. And also, this is where I find what I find really interesting. If it's important for you to stay hip to hip to your child,
Hello. Hello.
the place we start
Hello.
that is not
Mm.
after the flight has taken off.
When
And
you, in fact, are not hip to hip.
well, you're not hip to hip. Because if it was important,
Right?
this is why I try to
You would
tell
be hip.
other people.
Yeah.
You know, somebody, a friend tried to make was like, I don't understand why you clean up all the thing. Your house is always so clean. I was because it's important to me,
Yeah.
right? The way I live is important to me. So therefore, I
Yeah.
affect that, right? If it's important to her for her child to be, see, when I flew with my child,
I see. This is exactly how I feel.
I would do a
I do the
thing
things
like
that
I
are
would book
important to
though, I
me.
would fly a flight that I could book her where I could
There you
see her.
go. There you go. If the frontiersmen or people were like, look, we refuse, we'd go to a different airline.
We go to a
But
different airline.
if the important thing, so important that it overshoots every other consideration, your own safety, your own timeliness, other people, whatever, all of that. Because also there's just, for me, there is this sheer numbers problem of what if it pops off?
Yeah.
Like, what if there's a person in that line and they really need to get off that plane?
Mm-hmm.
And like, and they decide it is worth possible jail time to just push you out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, or that they don't make that assessment because they lose it. To me, there's so many, I find this personality type, what in the moment, of course, infuriating and annoying, but I also have that fascinated anthropologist moment. Like, look at you, you
Mm-hmm.
interesting species.
And yeah, for me, I just go, you know, don't, the time to be the concerned parent is not here.
When you're parenting.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The time to be the concerned parent of if my child has stayed attached to me was way back when you made that.
See, I got the feeling that this was an adult child. This felt to me like an older woman.
See,
and their adult
in
child.
no way can I allow it in my brain that this behavior is for anybody over the age of, I'm going to say,
oh, dude,
a steady 14.
That's so interesting because all I see is like 68 to 78. That's who I see in it.
Yeah.
With that entitledness, you know, but that's because I was assuming that this was an adult child and not an actual child, because that's
the only way that I can justify this, any level of this behavior, is that she's got a 6-year-old back there.
See, look at you, always looking for the nice way. The nice way to deal with the stupid people.
Only
they don't deserve you. They don't.
I know. So to me, it has to be a child back
You're
there.
like, it has to be a child. And I'm like, what I see is an entitled Floridian.
Really?
Like, why I got to be on this airline with all these brown and black people. That's what I see. That's immediately my mind goes to Karen.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But you, which is I think very kind. Sure.
I don't know. That's, because I'm like, you cannot be acting this way with a 24-year-old back there. That just, you
especially if you're drunk,
right,
high, scared,
Yeah.
We hope you're enjoying Idiot of the Week.
Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because it really does help us out. Now, back to some more idiots. This is from Gina A. Okay. Gina said we had to watch the video, and we watched the video.
Which we did. Now let me
Okay.
get my iPad ready because we have to show you this in the simpleton way, the simple no skill way.
Miami-Dade County, Florida, a brawl between two groups of people at a Southwest Miami-Dade Publix, which is the grocery
Publix.
store, y'all.
It's a grocery
On
store.
a
We just it's been
Thursday
recently coming up for us
evening.
though.
This ain't late night. We ain't getting
No.
beers to go after the
What time is
club.
it?
6 p.m. on a
6
Thursday.
p.m.
Okay. According to the arrest of a report, a security guard told deputies that the fracas began. I like that word, fracas.
Fracas, right?
It's a fracas.
Fracas.
It's a fracas.
The fracas.
Began as an aggressive verbal altercation between the two groups in the store's entrance area. A bystander video shared begins by showing two women fighting on the floor near the store's greeting card display. The video shows what deputies say is a shirtless man. His name is Clibbett Man, 20 years old, going up to the two women brawling over a portion of with a portion of the shelf that once held the cards that became dislodged. So too did one of the women's wigs in the midst of the altercation, and using it to deliver three separate blows as the women continued brawling. Angela, when I tell you,
Okay.
I don't watch these kind of videos on the regular. So when I
No.
saw it, I was going, oh, oh, oh.
I was not prepared.
I was not
Because
prepared.
brawl involving two groups of people. No, this is a melee. A fracas.
A fracas.
When I tell you, I can't. I wish I had another way to show this to you, but people. I'll turn up the thing. Okay, you ready?
The video shows the shirtless man going up to the women. You got it, Angela? You ready? Okay.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it. Can you see this? These poor two women. Why y'all fighting, y'all? I'm sorry.
I mean,
why? And you know what? I'm gonna tell you what's cruel. Don't go for her hair. Don't go for her wig.
they both did. They
Don't
won't like.
Don't go for her shining crown. Okay.
I don't know if you get to keep your crown when you're in this kind of a melee. Look at those cards.
Poor. You know how expensive those cards are.
I know, right?
Why are
Strolling up?
Here he comes with the shelving. With the shelving, and then it walks away, and then he comes back. He thinks about it, and he's like, "Nope, I'm gonna keep on hitting.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep hitting with the shelving." Who picks up the shelf and beats you with it?
Okay, this is my several. I was not ready for that level of a brawl. And when I tell you, for me, the true heroes of this story are the people filming going, oh, dang, oh, whoa, look at that. Oh, like they're just, and the casual, there seems to be no speed to anybody's
speed.
like it's also, this very.
It's not a fight, it's a tussle. Which is because there are no blows being thrown.
Well, this is the thing. No shoes. You notice.
No
shoes got kicked. This is my theory though. I don't think that guy was with either of these groups. I think because he said he lives like a mile away, right? I think he was hanging outside because he doesn't have a shirt on, and they wouldn't let him in probably without a shirt.
That's why I was like, how is he in there without a shirt?
Well, this may be the problem with us not being familiar with Publix. So I need people who know Publix to write us and tell us, can you walk into a Publix without shoes or a shirt on?
Yes, because I saw a lot of no shoes, no shirts, and no wigs.
No, and I'm gonna tell you, earrings were off. They were ready to tussle.
I don't know what went down at the storefront of the Publix on a Thursday at
At
6.
6.
But
A
this was a
Thursday at
Hatfields and
6.
McCoy's kind of situation. Also, you know what? You know what this video told me? After I read this story and I looked at this video and I got up and I walked around for a while, I decided that I am suffering from a lack of imagination.
Really? Why?
I would have never thought to pick up a shelf and beat somebody with it.
Oh, well, no, especially a fight that you aren't actually in.
That I'm not in.
like,
I was
you
like,
might,
what's
if you
wrong
were
with
being
me?
viciously attacked, you if you're being viciously attacked, just grabbing for things against the
Yes.
vicious, Freddy Krueger or whatever. But no, you wouldn't be watching a fight and be like, you know what this needs?
This shelf. This shelf.
Because it doesn't seem like he's taken a side. I feel like
No.
he's hitting both people.
Yeah, I think I thought.
Because if you're taking a side, you just keep hitting the same person.
To your point, Angela, the way that he gets involved, it feels like when I was a kid and you will go outside and everybody's standing around two dogs that got locked together.
Mm-hmm.
And then the adult comes out and all the kids are laughing. And
Mm-hmm.
then the adult comes out with the water hose and
Yep.
sprays the dogs to get them apart so that the kids don't watch the sexing anymore. That's what it felt like I was seeing.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Okay, but you see what they're doing, what the adult is doing in that situation is stopping this interaction. What he did was add spice to the interaction. He went to he saw the interaction and he went, let me make it just a little bit worse. I'm going to introduce the concept of weapon. Because right now they're just grabbing each other's wigs and weaves off. Okay,
Yes.
That's what's going on.
And they're not even throwing punches. They're not. To me, they're
because
wrestling.
they won't let go of the hair. Because this is why
they know where the money is.
I was a girl bouncer, and when I tell you, woman fights are 1,000 times worse because men are going for this knockout, right, or whatever. If they get into the punch phase, if they're not just sort of like clawing each other, but women they want to maim. They want to embarrass. So they want you to rip off your clothing or your hair or maim your face in some way. And you see those women look like there's no way you're going to ever, her grip on that woman's weave or hair is so crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It felt like he was the person with the hose. He thought that he was the hose.
No, again, the hose is trying to stop it. What he did was assault everybody.
Yes, he did.
It's very different.
Yes, he did.
Like, it's not stopping them from being in this embarrassing situation. Had he opened a hose on them, that actually would have been, in my view, I mean, not a fire hose, nothing painful, but that would be maybe a way to get them to stop.
Yeah.
So he got, this is a fight, though, that it doesn't look to me like he had any business, like he wasn't in it.
No, and
the other person didn't call to break it up either. She just kind of strolls over and hits one of the women 2-3 times, and then is like,
yep.
I can't get focused, so I'm out.
Mr. Man is Mr. Man. That's his last name, by the way.
I know.
Mr. Man is being held in the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center. Too many names on a $5,150 bond.
Not bad for felonies. But I'm gonna tell you something. This Publix was in an unincorporated area of Florida. When I tell you, there are a few phrases. There's unincorporated area should strike terror into your heart.
In Florida? Yes.
Florida especially, but I will tell you, these are areas for, generally speaking, body dumping, dystopian photo shoots. Like this, when I hear unincorporated.
Right.
I'm like,
you know what? Yeah, I got feelings about that too. That says
don't nobody want to take claim to this area. America, all about people taking claim to stuff that wasn't theirs, right? That's the foundation of this country, but nobody wants to take this little patch right here.
No.
Y'all just gonna let that be free and loose. Like that's for me, that's sus.
That ain't right. That ain't
That ain't
right.
right.
That ain't right. Next up, okay, this is from Ellen S. And this is a quote from her. She says, I bet this would never happen at St. Street Justice.
And you are correct, Ellen. Ellen, in fact, do you want to be the new chief surgeon? Don't
Absolutely.
worry, there's never any surgery.
You are qualified.
You are
Okay.
qualified.
Ah,
Drunk man leaves ER, steals ambulance from University Hospital's Gowega County Medical Center, right?
mm-hmm.
Authorities say a man stole a community care ambulance after walking out of the emergency room at University Hospital's. I'm not saying that again. He basically just decided he needed to leave. The police they responded around 11 p.m. and they had a report of a drunk man who had punched a hole in the wall.
Mm.
This is the hole in the wall at his home, I guess.
Yeah.
And the officers found the 66-year-old suspect who was taken to the hospital for evaluation because he was intoxicated. This seems so like it seems extraordinarily understanding of the police to me. I know, which but interesting. So they took him to the hospital, and I guess what they said here, while he was there, he just decided he wanted to leave.
Mm.
So he walked out of the emergency department, got into the ambulance, parked outside, and drove away.
All right. All right. A
They
sheriff's
later found the
deputy
ambulance.
later spotted the ambulance near the intersection of Ohio 44 and Ohio 87 and stopped it. The man, they say that the man was cooperative, got out the vehicle without incident. Okay. The suspect is now charged with obstructing official business, disrupting public service, and grand theft of motor vehicle, all felony offenses. The sheriff's office said no injuries were reported. Here's my thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
You tied one on at home. You got
Right,
so drunk, you put a hole in the
right.
wall. That was bad enough. That so
Yes.
bad that somebody in that
Somebody
house
contacted the police.
called the police because you were a danger.
Yeah.
Then this is what I love about drunk mind. He's like, I'm done. I'm fine. I feel fine. I'm going home. And I ain't got money for an Uber. Ain't no Ubers coming here. Oh, there's a vehicle. I'm gonna take that. Where?
In what? Thank you. When
How?
is that ever how you get anywhere? Tell me, did you go out and get in a vehicle you've never seen before and drive it off? When is that ever true? It's not drunk, high, otherwise. No, no, no. The keys are in your pocket if it's yours, not in the car. This is not, it's always stealing, okay? And when you need to leave someplace, this is just not ever how you don't just get up and walk
You know
like
you're supposed to get discharged from the hospital. You know you're not supposed to walk up out of there while they pumping somebody who just got, shot.
and to leave you commit a host of felonies that even if the police intended to charge you with I don't know what because if it's your own house destruction of property is me like I don't know what they could have I guess just sort of disturbing the peace or something,
Mm-hmm.
but whatever charge that might have come out of you being that evening before you committed the grand theft, the, like all of the driving drunk, the just well, come on, dude. It wasn't gonna be that bad of a night.
No, it really
Okay.
wasn't.
It
You know
wasn't.
what?
We didn't have to
Also,
get here.
also, this is the thing about drinking. No, I don't know if people want to admit it. When you have a drink, it is about moving from one state to the next, right? And
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, theoretically, it's the reason why you're choosing that drink is to unwind,
Mm-hmm.
relax,
Yes.
or feel better in
Celebrate.
some way.
Mm-hmm.
This is not on brand. Okay?
No, this feels to me also when you have the police involved, like this person was afraid of further interactions with the police, which makes me say, did they do a talk screen? Because
Mm.
this does seem like, because for me to go commit the absolute felony of also one of the dumbest vehicles in the world to steal,
I know.
just you can't even. What are you doing? To
You
why
can't give
in
that
your
vehicle a
head was
haircut.
that not? Thank you, not as bad as whatever you're fleeing.
Right.
Like that's
Exactly.
what I find really
You would have
surprising. I
done
also
better
want to know how
just
like
walking. Walking
66.
away.
Dude, you are 66. What are you doing? This is a
Oh,
crime for a methed out 19-year-old. Not a this is so in the wrong lane.
this is from Gina A.
Gina,
This
we
for
love you.
me is the story of all stories because it's like I
It's
am Spartacus in this story. I am Spartacus. Okay.
okay. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I'm gonna try. I have a hard time saying it because it's so. Woman buys knives. No, am I an evil person? Woman buys knives, stabs another woman for taking too long at checkout line.
I'm
Okay,
gonna read it one
okay.
more time. I'm gonna read because I am Spartacus. Woman buys knives, stabs another woman for taking too long in the checkout line. I am Spartacus.
I was so sure this was Publix. I was so sure this was Publix. Number one. I was like, oh, we're back at Publix. Here we go. But I don't know, the omnivorous Omarosa of it,
It is so
the karmic,
complete. It is
it's
so
so
complete.
circular, rhombusson. What am I saying? Like the perfection of buying a knife and stabbing someone. It's just so meta or something. I don't know. But I hear in my ears, I just hear the one, this long, slow clap.
No, I
Now
say
I feel
again,
psychotic. I hope this
we
isn't.
know it's crazy, but what I said to myself was, I am not creative enough. I have too I have too many stops in between
Mhm,
the spaces where my
mhm.
creativity could learn to fly. Because to me, this is brilliant. Okay?
It's
This
so
this was inspired. To me, the Holy Spirit came down and
yeah,
said,
yeah.
this let me give you an idea on how to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
effectuate what you need in this moment. Okay? This is Kearney, New
Yeah.
Jersey.
Well, this is the kind of thing where I could see us both just removing all of our worldly possessions and following this person.
I mean,
Just following this person. Being
it is
like,
close to
you
Christ
are
like
the
for
new
me.
Dalai Lama. We found now I get how that happens. Okay. This until
You
I
understand?
didn't believe it. I didn't know how somebody could look at somebody and say, "Oh, you're the Dalai Lama," but now I
Yes.
know
Yes,
it's
you
you.
understand. Now you understand how you
I
can have a
understand
conversion
everything.
of faith. Okay?
I didn't, and I did not think it was possible, but I would follow this woman like this. It's the way. It's like the key to the universe got put in and turned, and I'm like, and it all unfolded for me, and I could see it through all of
Exactly.
time and space.
Let me tell you something. Whatever happened for her in this moment, I call this the golden ratio. This is the Fibonacci sequence. exponentiated. This is
Mm-hmm.
quantum level energy.
Mm-hmm. This is
This
heptapod level communication.
what I'm telling you.
Okay, like it is like all of time and space folding in on itself
Absolutely.
and smattering into every bit of matter.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is New Jersey. With me also.
Marshall store.
Marshalls. Not what I thought. I was thinking it would be a Publix, but it's Marshalls. Apparently, the 25-year-old Amber Thompson was angered Saturday while shopping at a Marshalls store in Kearney. She allegedly decided another customer was taking too long in the checkout line and threatened to harm her once they got outside.
Okay, okay. I gotta
I want to
stop
hear the
right here.
specifically.
I gotta stop because she is me.
Oh,
Me
I
is
have
she.
questions. Yeah. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
I can't tell you. We have all been this woman.
But I
We've
didn't have the
all
grace.
been
I
this
didn't have
woman.
the beauty. I didn't have the ballet
Not.
of
I,
Amber.
I didn't have the
Amber
conscious.
Thompson.
I didn't have the conscious awakening that Amber
Mm-mm.
has.
Mm.
Okay.
Amber is. It's like she is one with the universe. It's I can't get over it. So the victim and we do feel bad for this person. They should
Horrible.
not get stabbed
No one should.
ever. So please don't misunderstand. And her family left the store and they went to their vehicle in the parking lot. Police
This had
say
happened unstabbed. Okay.
police say Amber bought a set of knives, took one out of the packaging, chased the victim down, and stabbed her several times. The victim was rushed to the hospital with non life threatening injuries. Thank all the heavens. Okay. Thompson was found hiding in the bathroom of the Marshalls with a bloody knife on top of the baby changing station, according to police. Okay. Let's talk about what it means to snap.
I mean,
Okay.
you know what?
And I mean snap.
We're not talking
This
bend.
no.
We're talking
No.
it broke open and the stuffing came out. Okay.
Yes. And I mean it was a just crack.
Yeah.
Okay, no creaking beforehand.
Mm-mm.
No slight jaws tremor. No, just crack. Done. Instantaneous. She
This is
snapped. And you
can
because
I just say
this
grace
and
points?
it kind of took away some of the poetry for me. Yes.
What did?
That the way that finding out it was a snap in this
Got it.
way. Like, because this felt far more like, because so I have this image of this person shivering on top of a baby changer station, holding a knife that's all bloody, like obviously very freaked out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't as powerful to me as what I had imagined, which
Me
is that she
too.
stabbed her and then she put the knife away,
Yes,
put it
back into the
back in her
package.
bag. Now she'd be a total baller if she tried to return it.
Yes. For me, the
But
baller part was purchasing the
oh.
knives. You can't get
What's so
no
you can't.
more baller than not
No, you
only
can't.
am I going to attack you, not only
But
am I
I
going to
have
stab
witnesses.
you.
I'm creating the chain of evidence. I'm doing the whole. I'm gonna do it all. They're not gonna have to wonder about anything.
Okay.
It's probably on camera. Like this. No, I'm going to and calmly.
Yes.
Calmly. She didn't run out with the knife. Okay, she didn't run out at all. She
She
was like,
paid for it.
paid for it.
Okay, and this goes back
Kept
to
that anger.
I have to ask myself, I am suffering from a lack of imagination. It has never occurred to me
No.
when somebody was getting on my nerves to go and purchase a weapon that I can use right then and there.
Right then.
And
Instead of just
purchase
going,
it so it
because
can
you
be
think you would.
mine.
Yes. You would think you would just lunge at the person, or you would just
Right.
one would, but for it to go. Just a moment. How much are those serrated? Okay, I'll take this. wait in line again, maybe.
Well, she was fast. I don't have to stab her.
Put in your code. I don't need a bag, thanks.
Really? I mean, for me, also, the time between, because I get you're hot and you got some heat. You want to leave.
You're feeling
You're standing
spicy.
in line. I've been behind that person at Target who's
Yes.
got 5 things and it's
Mm-hmm.
taking 15 minutes to check out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I've been that and I know I am a Buddhist. Okay? I know the
But okay,
violence that my
if
heart will feel with in those
if
situations.
suddenly you saw a stone fly into that person, and then you look down, you saw a stone in your own hand.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not saying you'd start it, but
so I get it. We all get it. The fact that she walked to the knife aisle.
This isn't a knife store. This is Marshall's, which doesn't sell a lot of housewares.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think. I haven't been in one, I guess.
No,
there's one over by whatever. I've been one in the last 3 years or so.
We got all those stores in my neighborhood. Marshall's, TJ Maxx.
But yeah, this is not a knife store. It's not even like a sur la table or something where there are knives all over the place. Like, you had to go back. It's not like they had multiple knives. They probably only had, a few.
She had to get it out that clamshell and everything.
And
that
rickety, that like really sturdy tape.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I'll ever find another person to follow like this. She's not a hero. She's, but what she is a prophet.
She is a prophet. Let me tell you something. Prophet. She may not be Christ, but she understands the teachings. Okay.
She is Christ-like.
Like.
Not, okay, not. But in terms of maybe abilities. It's also possible that we've been doing Idiot of the Week way too long.
No, I don't think so. I think this is the sweet spot. Let's review. Mom ignites chaos when she refuses to let passengers disembark while waiting for her daughter.
That's right. Then we have the Publix melee.
Yes. And then we got the drunk man leaving the ER and stealing the ambulance.
That's kind of beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then we have lastly, the woman who buys a knife. And stabs another woman.
Who's the biggest idiot this week?
Okay, this may shock you, but I'm tempted to go for Mr. Man at Publix. Because this is the thing. Although, as I've said, I am a true believer in Amber Thompson. I'm an Amber Thompsonite. Okay, for shizzle. The thing is that wasn't something that happened to her. She was annoyed. She was angry at this woman. This guy, it looks like, has nothing to do with this fight. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Man doesn't, I believe, know either group. And just kind of walks in, hits with a shelf, which is a weapon, which increases all of the charges, right?
Yeah. I disagree with you.
Okay.
I gotta go with the woman who bought the knife in the store after everybody watched you have the argument, buy the weapon, follow the woman out, and use the weapon on the premises, and then go back into the store, not run away.
No. You go right back in and hang out in the dressing room. Or the bathroom.
With the knife.
Yeah. Well, it's her knife. She paid for it.
You know what? There was a time in this country.
There was a time
in this country where if you wanted to sit next to somebody on a plane, you bought a ticket next to them.
Yeah, that's actually the easiest way to make it happen. Like, it's actually, that's how it works. You know, for instance, there was a time in this country.
There was a time.
There was a time in this country when, if you did, people broke up fights. People, you remember that? When people would break up a fight, they would go in, they would see the fight. And if they weren't in the fight, they'd be like, dang, they shouldn't be fighting. And they would break it up. Not join it like it's Golden Corral. Not pick up, make weapons out of things like MacGyver crazy. There was a time.
There was a time. I'm Frances Callier.
I'm Angela V. Shelton.
We are Frangela. Thank you so much for listening to
Idiot of the Week.
Week.